Welcome to a brand new episode of That Toy Life. I'm Ashley, and with me, as always, are Austin and Ray. And I will delay putting them on the screen just because I have that power. And last week, Austin just, he has some of that power too, but he just put himself on the screen, and I had so much to say before we really got rolling into the video, to the live stream, and he took himself off. What? Whoa. See, hands off. I'm not doing anything. I can't control the live stream without my fingers. So that is Austin playing around. But yeah, welcome to the show. Here's Austin and Ray.
You just couldn't stop yourself, could you, Austin? Huh? You just keep going. Wait till I have to talk with HR about this. Ashley, you're HR, so you do something about it.
You're fired.
And then you see Ashley put on a new hat. He's
So tonight is all about the Q&A with the team.
QAnon.
Yeah. I'm going to act like some guy asking questions, the host, I guess. And I'm going to see what kind of answers Ray and Austin give me. This is going to be great.
Like, I'm just some random hot guy just asking questions.
Yeah, dude.
All in.
Yep. Or, hey, if you're out there watching and you want a question answered, put it in the comment section. I will pull it up right here.
So advice, life advice.
And what are the?
We will answer it.
And what are the prizes? Well, tell them you can be a worker at Hasbro.
Oh,
and you'll get a free Sabretooth figure.
Free contract pending.
I think there's a no prize for this. Like the old
Time's
Marvel thing. You win a no prize, which is nothing. All right, so before we get into all the Q&As.
I love your UHF reference there. Nothing! You win nothing!
You should have chose Red Snapper.
You stupid.
Okay, UHF references aside, we're going to talk a little bit, a little news before we get started with the Q&As. And first up, we are going to talk about these new Star Wars figures that were just announced this week.
We got new ones?
Yeah, we got some new ones. We got some retro collection prequel figures.
Yeah, they've been like hyping or blowing up on the episode 1 stuff. I saw like new Black Series figures that are going to be coming, like Padme and little Anakin, which I think we talked about previously. And yeah, I happen to actually see the new retro collection. And normally I don't go for these, but something about some of these. I'm like,
yeah,
they're cute.
I'm digging the Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I don't know why.
It's almost iconic. Huh?
She looks like an overdressed mime.
It's like this iconic little, I don't know, like it, I guess.
I mean, well, look at her. Look at her again. Pull her back up. Just
okay.
The very basic look on her face. It has kind of a mime quality to it.
Yeah, but
so
she's
gonna start doing the mirrors.
Yeah, but this is sort of like Hasbro's version of what it was like if Star Wars was made back in the early. If this movie was made,
episode 1 was in the 80s.
Yeah. You got more excuses, Ashley?
Yeah, this is what they're going for. They're going for this plain Jane.
Going for the
vibe.
mime look.
We like mimes. Mimes were hot in the 80s.
Yeah, I guess they were.
I wonder how these sell, actually. Like, do they sell pretty well?
Well, they keep making them, so apparently.
I was going to say, I've seen the line with all. I mean, they've done all the original trilogy now, so now they're on the prequels, and they've done the Indiana Jones. I bet some figures sell well, but I've been in the Disney parks where they're trying to like give away the. I hate to say it, but a lot of the female characters, especially from like Indiana Jones and Willow, some of these like retro Super 7 style figures, some of them sell well, and I bet some of them just go into a discount bin.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I don't want my Captain Marvel figure unless she comes with a Corvette and a house set so that I could sit her in her
In her
Wow.
proper place, Ray. Is
In
that
her-
what you want to say?
In her proper place.
The
Woo!
cement
just-
Ray. I'm just-
And
but I suddenly
everybody
got.
wants to watch
I
it.
had the thought run through my head when you were saying, like, it seems a lot of them are female figures, and I was thinking, like, oh, I remember back in the day, when the girls, were getting into like Barbie and stuff. You don't just get the Barbie, you get the sets.
yeah.
Maybe that's the problem. They're not given enough accessories along with the with the characters.
Could be.
It's like,
Could
yeah,
be.
with your Iron Man, but you know what? Miss Marvel needs her actual apartment from New York.
Ooh.
Wait, it's not New York, Jersey.
Yeah. These Darth Maul and the Battle Droid aren't too far off of what we got from the Phantom Menace release, really. Back in
Not
the day.
too far. I mean, they're still
Yeah.
they're still some steps away, but yeah, they're close. Look at
Even
Jar
Jar
Jar.
Jar.
He's just cute. That face sculpt is just cute. Look at that.
I'm surprised. Like that looks better than the Amidala figure.
Me's an action figure. Hmm.
The only ones out of this whole set, the only ones I was interested in were Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Have you seen? Have those already been?
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
here
go.
they are. Here they
Yeah,
are.
I was going to say,
Okay.
see, I would definitely like to grab an Obi-Wan just for the novelty of it, and maybe Qui-Gon.
Wow. Well, why didn't they show those two loose? Or maybe I'm just hadn't gotten to it yet. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Huh. It's interesting that Qui-Gon comes with the robe. But
Well,
not
some of
Obi-Wan.
them did back in the day, like
Yeah.
Jedi Luke and Bib Fortuna.
Yep.
But it was, I mean, before Return of the Jedi, it was those plastic or vinyl cape things.
I was gonna say
Except
were
for
they
the Jawa from A New Hope.
okay, because I was about to ask when you were mentioning the robes would come with it. It's like if it was soft goods.
And that sort of for some reason, that reminds me of the Bespin Luke. I guess it could be the boots. I don't know.
I
Weird.
see it. I see what you're saying. I see it as well.
But so here's the reveal for the Black Series was this Super Battle Droid with a little Geonosian dust on it.
Well, I was going to say this one's the 2-pack, right? It's got it's going to be the Super Battle Droid and the regular Battle Droid with C-3PO's head.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having this 2-pack. I just don't. I don't necessarily care to have the 3PO figure. I do want a Super Battle Droid though.
Why don't you want 3PO, man?
I mean, it's cute. I'd take him. I'm just saying, if I had to pick, I really want that Super Battle Droid.
Yeah, well, because I think is this the first time a Super Battle Droid figure's actually been done?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I've seen it before.
I don't know. I think there's been one before.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's been one.
I think it
Maybe.
might have
I just
been
don't
probably.
remember.
Yeah. I just don't see them commonly pop up, but maybe it's because they sold really well and nobody really wants to sell them back. Anybody already has them.
But that
think
does
so.
look cool. That looks
Yeah,
very cool.
I mean, I don't even have a battle droid. I wouldn't. I want a battle droid too at some point. I wouldn't mind a couple of battle droids, 3 of them, 4. I don't care. I love the
Ooh.
battle droids.
Are you gonna start army building?
Not really, because that is a slippery slope. I'm not doing that. But no, I do love some battle droids, especially the super battle droids.
What's so super about them?
I don't know that they're better.
Ooh. Okay,
And that
so
they don't require a gun. They fire out of their arms.
yeah, I guess so. So here is the vintage collection, which I haven't seen yet. I don't recall seeing this guy.
Jango Fett, yeah.
That's Jango Fett.
So does that mean
Yeah,
we're going to
okay.
get a Black Series soon of Jango Fett, like a new face sculpt version?
I don't know. I'm
'Cause I
not
still
Hasbro.
remember I was in Costa Rica at a Walmart and come across the original Black Series figure of Jango Fett. And I was so close to buying him, but I got Ahsoka instead at the time.
I remember.
And also, I just remember his face sculpt wasn't great. So I was always hoping that they would re-release him with better head sculpt, because that was around the time when they were kind of starting to alternate to the better sculpts.
that. Yeah,
So
I seem to remember that you picking that figure up
yeah, so
way
I
back
can't-
in.
Oh yeah, and I really do hope they do a Black Series Jango Fett because I would like to have him for sure.
Hmm.
Hopefully, the removable head. That'd be really cool.
So not only
Thanks, Ray.
I caught that.
not only did Hasbro reveal Star Wars figures, but they had a big old fan stream today, or what do they call it?
I think it is called a fan stream.
Oh, it is called fan stream. Okay, I thought I was making that up. Yeah.
Is
So
there
they
any
had a big-
special occasion today, or
I don't
just
know.
before the holidays?
It's the pretend nothing's wrong phase.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so here's some figures that I don't know that they actually showed on the fan stream. They might have, I can't remember, but these were actually announced yesterday, and this is the X-Men '97 figures, Series 2. Yeah, they did show them on the fan stream, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we have Magneto.
Which
So this is going to be his new look in the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and this kind of reminds me of when Magneto came back. I think it was after like X-Men issue 200 or so. You know, mid 80ish, mid 80s.
Mhm.
He had a costume similar to this, so I like the nod to that.
I mean, is he gonna? Because they've released the first wave had the first version of Magneto, right? So I mean, is he gonna have a shift in the series?
Yeah.
To this?
Yeah, because when he was wearing a suit similar to, I'm assuming, because when he was wearing a suit similar to this in the comics, he was actually put in charge of the X-Men by Xavier.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, so I mean, because he was sort of good Eric at that point.
I'm bad, Eric.
And I'm
good,
good
Eric.
Eric. Yep. So that's kind of cool. That figure looks cool. Will I pick him up? I don't know. I have to see him in person.
I was gonna
Now-
say I wouldn't normally, but he is a darn good looking figure that I could possibly own. So
Now this
Surprisingly.
one I will pick up. Nightcrawler. This Nightcrawler looks
That does look
just
pretty sweet.
I
Just
think I
looking
might have to do that too because I like Nightcrawler and this dude looks great.
yeah. He does. He looks simply fantastic. Who am I kidding, man? I'll pick up Magneto too, just because it's X-Men. You know. But no, this Nightcrawler does look slick. Comes with a couple
What?
of fists and another head.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What's the difference in the heads? I'm trying to see the difference in because it looks like it's the same thing.
One has a smirk and one has a growl like a
Okay.
and the other's like you know.
Gotcha.
So that's about it. Next up is Jean Grey. She looks
Yeah.
pretty much similar to Jean Grey from the cartoon, the original cartoon.
I do like the alternate head, the hair and stuff
Yeah.
that you have. That's a cool choice.
Yeah, so you get the original cartoon hair, and then I wonder if she has the longer hair in the X-Men '97 series or something. Well, she is.
Must be or
she is-
alternates. Like maybe she just
Well,
changes
look,
it up every once in a while.
her picture over here on the card art is long hair.
Yeah.
I mean, let down and not in a ponytail. So I guess that's to give you the original and then a new. Then we have a Goblin Queen. Woo!
So I'm still in the process of watching X-Men. So she is the baby mom to Cable, and she is Cyclops' lover. Is that who this
Yeah,
is?
There's so much crap in X-Men. It's hard to follow along a lot. But I think this is Madeline Pryor, right?
Okay. Which means
Which is
Is she like
She
a?
look- she looked very similar to Jean Grey. I know she came in. Wow, I can't even remember now. It's been a long time since I've read 80s X-Men.
I was going to say at first I was wondering if this was some another evil version of Jean Grey or whatever.
No,
This is. I heard that this was a villain from the Marvel series, but more of like she's manipulated, I guess, or something.
You know what? I feel like I've
I
lost
guess
my.
is that Baby Cable?
Yeah, I feel like I've lost my Marvel cred. Dadgummit. A Jean Grey doppelganger who shakes the X-Men to their core. She like literally.
So that must be why Cyclops gets with her.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, makes sense.
It doesn't say who the baby is.
Talk about imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
Here's Executioner.
Now,
And
who is this? Because this
okay,
dude looks
so
cool, but I don't know him.
so this was he was kind of a bad guy in this crossover series in the 90s called the Executioner song or something like that. God, I'm having a brain fart right now. But yeah, he looks very, very cool. It's a cool update to the character from that series. I'm not sure who designed. Maybe Rob Liefeld designed this thing back in the 90s. This guy, I can't remember, but he looks.
why do I look at it and think like it's a early version of Spawn?
It's a 90s creation, so you know.
No. I'm just saying like a joke, like just the basic look. I was like, oh, almost looks like an early drawing, like a little scribble of the idea of Spawn. Like you can see the kind of face shape in there that would eventually go onto the head.
Yeah.
Put a trench coat on him. Wait. I don't want to keep that. No.
But I will. I am going to get this guy because he looks really, really cool.
Really does look really cool.
And then, of course, we have Cyclops.
I actually would get this. This
is the figure I was waiting for because they've got Wolverine out. And I'm like, the two essentials for me are this and Wolverine.
I do like the eye blast they have for him.
Yeah, the only nitpick I have is I like the eye blast feature on that interchangeable head, but if you take it out, I'm guessing it's just a blank black like gap in his eyes, right?
I don't think so. If you go back, you can look at the other one. Like I think that's supposed to be the default look.
Well, I was going to say, I'm saying if you don't switch the head, because like the original head, see how this one he's got like kind of a smirk going on, and it's got just the regular visor. That's what I'm saying. I like this. I just don't. The smirk is okay. I also wish that the other head had like a piece of the visor where you could put it back on there in case you don't want this feature. Do you get what I'm saying? So
that makes
that's
sense.
the only nitpick, and it's very minor. That's why I'm wondering what it looks like if you just take that. Yeah, that right there would probably be what I'd want to.
Just like from the show, he's the centerpiece of the group.
Yeah. It does look cool. I like that feature where you can blast like that. I mean, it's cool.
See that? Well, there it is.
Yeah.
It looks like what you said. It's just like an insert.
Yeah, it is blank. That sucks.
But that's like I said, that's just a tiny nitpick. It's just like, okay, but I can get over that. I've got to have him. Got to get him for sure.
Unless you can somehow pry that out of that head.
We'll bootleg it.
I don't know. All right, so that was what they showed for the X-Men 97 line. But then today, when they unveiled like a crap ton of new figures, and we're gonna take a look at those right now as soon as I pull it up in the share. Starting off with this new Marvel Studios line, which apparently they're just trying to get some of the classics back onto the store shelves, because right now if you're new to Marvel Legends, you've missed out on what. God, they probably made 300-400 figures by this, 500 figures.
I'm pretty new coming into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm only just now starting to get figures. So I've missed out on a ton of these.
Yeah. So they're trying to make it easier for new people to get some of these classic figures, but just in the Marvel Studios, so the movie figure line. So these are coming out soon. This is the in-game armor.
85, Mark 85. So what's weird is because I think the only other time this figure was made was in that 2-pack, wasn't it?
Oh, is it that from Thanos? The 2-pack with Thanos? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Maybe that one's battle damaged or something.
No, I think that was battle damaged.
Okay.
Not too bad. Like there's like a changeable head and a changeable arm, I think, for the gauntlet. But the difference is here. I noticed was there's no interchangeable head for just Tony without the helmet.
Yeah. Oh wow, really?
Yeah. No Tony. It sounds like they left it out. Whereas his helmet. You could. I think the 2-pack came with like 2 heads, like one with normal look and then also with a battle damage look.
They have to make it so they can re-release this thing with a Tony Stark head and make you pay.
I thought it was just going to be.
again.
I thought it was more like we don't want to pay the extra money right now
Oh yeah,
to print more of the sculpts out.
yeah.
You remember? Do you realize how much
Wow,
money
that
we
is
lost
weird.
with the selfie series?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you know that all this stuff is starting to make sense now. While they closed out the selfie series.
Yeah,
So here's Spidey Man.
with no Tom Holland head.
Yep. And well, you
But
don't
it
have
does
to
look good.
pay the actors either for their likeness.
Oh, I mean, they already had his head for the
I guess what you do is you just, if you already have one of them, you just pop it off and put it on here.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that. Because I think it's the first time. No, they've done it before. I was gonna say his head. He comes with the removable head for the finale, the final part of No Way Home. His final suit. That version comes with head and maskless head.
And here's the box for it. Very generic looking box.
I was going to say these boxes are very like dollar store-ish.
Yeah.
Like not very good.
What's with the?
But that's probably what it's for. It's probably just to get, like you said, get them into hands quicker.
Yeah.
What's this? What's the web pieces for? Like, how would you use those?
Just, I guess on the, I don't know. What do I look like?
Slap them on the wall behind him for a set dressing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Who got in here and made a mess?
All right. Here is
Peter Parker's over there. Spooky ghost.
Here's a figure I'm absolutely going to have to get. Right. This angel figure is just, if you watch the live stream today, man, this thing looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Just those wings, man. They look
massive
look
wings.
awesome.
Three points of movement on the wings, on each wing.
Yeah.
So it has
awesome.
big extension on it, and it does look pretty awesome. That's probably also going to be pretty pricey too.
Yeah. And then they'll release one with a blue variant. So he's, they change it up to blue instead of red because he had a blue costume as well. So, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do.
And then they could try to do a metallic sheen on the wings to make the Age of Apocalypse version.
Well, I think they would redo their wings entirely for that.
Oh yeah.
I think they would. Then this cap, which
Hydra cap.
Yep, Hydra cap. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
it looks pretty cool. I don't know what version of cap this is. I'm sure this is
it's from that storyline, I think, where the Cosmic Cube
Oh yeah, but I'm saying the actual figure. I think this might be did they take like an existing version and just modify
like a repaint?
It? Yeah.
Well, has he ever had that face sculpt before with that angry look?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember. Dude, they've made probably
so many
a bajillion caps, and I only have so many.
Yeah,
but
the poses they do with him are pretty cool.
Okay, this is all comic based figures right now, and that is another one that looks really cool.
Well, they even said in the live stream those two MCU figures, those are the only two planned to be released in 2024.
No,
they said that.
Did they say that?
Mm-hmm. They said that's all they have planned so far. I think.
I was going to say, there's your Deadpool answer.
That's why I brought that up before the show. Was like, I'm surprised that they were doing this, was because I would think that, oh look, Hugh Jackman's popular Wolverine, we should make release a figure of him.
But you got
sell pretty well.
You got the Disney people high above saying, do we market this? If we make action figures, that means we are marketing it to kids, and it's an R-rated movie.
They could just make their own Marvel Knights line.
Unless it's like it's not on store shelves, but it's one of those
market
things.
Here's a rebuttal then for that.
Yeah.
Why was there ever a Frank Castle figure made? Like John Bernthal's Frank Castle was made into a figure, and that definitely shouldn't be kid friendly.
Yeah, but it was made after the fact, right?
No, it was made during the Marvel Legends. It was just before the current iteration of it.
Yeah, I remember the Daredevil line that came out because you could.
Because they had like because they had like the regular Daredevil suit.
I kind of regret not buying those. The Daredevil in his suit, and then the Punisher.
The Punisher. Well, you'll probably get a chance again when Born Again finally releases.
Yeah, well, they're redoing that now too, so they're refilming it.
I'm sure they're going to make sure that the characters the actors they've already hired, they're going to make sure that they still fit into the story.
Yeah. All right, so here's something that's really cool. This is straight off the cover of, I think it was Wolverine number 8, maybe. I don't know.
I thought it was going to be the crossover event with Fantasy Island. No, not Fantasy Island. The Love Boat.
Yep, Wolverine number 8. This is the comic that it's from. Let me.
Yep.
I can't pull it up without getting rid of this.
Did you ever read?
I don't recall reading this issue. No,
I'm curious about why Logan has an eye patch.
Well, he at this point in time, I believe he was called Patch. So he wasn't even going by Wolverine or Logan. He was going by Patch, which is, I guess, why he had an eye patch. And of course, this is it Mr. Fix-It or Joe Fix-It or something like that?
Fix-It, yeah.
Version of Hulk.
Wolverine happened to be reading some Batman at the time, and he saw
some
Matches Malone stuff and thought, I'm going to do that.
See the difference?
Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah,
I was going to say that's really neat.
How you doing that, Austin? Austin, how you doing that?
Magic.
Scott Knight said he's got the Daredevil. That's cool. I don't have it. I don't have it.
I should have got it.
Good for you,
because we didn't get it.
I regret not getting the. I need that Ben Affleck Daredevil figure
from Toy Biz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck I used to have that one.
Crap! Didn't we come across that at the Planet Fun once?
Yeah,
I passed up the chance to get it. I should have gotten that. Yeah, like $8.
Yeah.
And here's a fave.
I would have loved to. I don't care to get it as a 2-pack, but man, I do love that Wolverine figure. That for me, that would be a good Wolverine figure to get. I love the Western look.
Look at the claws. How they did the claws on his fist. That looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is cool. Good. That is really nice. And that Sabretooth looks nice to me too. Oh, and then they just go to
Lilandra.
Yeah, and
something like the Brood. I think something related.
Yes. To so I had this comic as a kid when he turned into the Brood. I remember this was X-Men 234, maybe issue 234, with him on the cover, just turning into a Brood. That was pretty sick. So that, the only thing I don't like about this figure is, okay, they got the cool sculpt right here around the bicep, but then when it goes to the shoulder, the sculpt doesn't go up there. It's just painted. So it looks a little odd to me. I don't know why they cheapened out and didn't do the lines and all the craggly stuff right here where my mouse is pointing. But they didn't. So, but I'll probably, this is one of those. I want all of these, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on the price that they want for it. I'll have to wait till it goes to discount. And then we have Wolverine, and is that Psylocke? I think that's Psylocke.
It sort of looks like Psylocke, but
it says it on the bottom of the list right behind the picture. The very bottom. Ninja Wolverine and Psylocke.
Okay, yeah. So this is Psylocke. This is what she looked like when she first debuted, I believe. She doesn't she doesn't look like that now, but this is what she looked like in her first comic, I believe. The first issue of X-Men she was in. But that I don't really care about the Ninja Wolverine figure.
Kind of reminds me of like the Weapon X look.
To me, it kind of reminds me of the Ultimate X-Men version.
Oh yeah,
a little bit, just without the little goatee, But still, Wolverine sells. I'm sure that they're going to sell the crap out of these, but I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait until they go on sale at Target, like I know they will, because they didn't say, but these are probably going to be Target exclusives, right? I mean, the last year's Avengers series was Target exclusives.
I'm starting to see the 97, like at first they were the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 figures were Target exclusives. Now they're at Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because first Walmart just had the small figures and like the sets, like the the Wolverine claws and the Jet and all that. Now it looks like Walmart must have free reign over the big figures now.
Hmm.
I don't get it. I don't get they need to stop with these retailer exclusives.
Well,
It's getting confusing.
I wonder if it's a thing where, because does it work like this? Retail exclusives are basically the retailers pay them, something. And so it's probably a budget thing. Like them getting these exclusive deals gives them more money to survive.
Yeah,
which is
is
what they're doing right now. They're trying to survive.
So, I mean, they're trying to get more traffic into the store.
Yeah.
So you buy the exclusive and pick up more crap while you're there.
It's like paying a premium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of just getting regular stock, you pay more and you get some extra stock that nobody else gets to have.
Yep. Pretty much. That's pretty much that's the way it goes.
And considering like the news that's happened with Hasbro the last week or two, it's not surprising why they're doing a lot of exclusives.
Yeah, that news is unfortunate.
Yeah,
I think the CEO is.
Can you give us a quick just a summary of what you guys are talking about?
They laid off about 1,100.
Yeah, well,
wow.
in the process of it. Yeah,
they're in the process of it, yeah.
I mean, some of them now, some of them a little bit later on into next year.
Yeah,
they said.
Wow.
But, yeah, and they had already laid off like earlier in the year. They
600,
laid off,
I think.
Yeah, 600.
Yeah.
And the company, I think total.
And they did an earnings call recently too, and I think they realized they were falling short of their projections. Yeah. I think they were doing better, but they're still short of where they want to be. I think that was the gist of what I saw.
So I think they had a total number of like 6,000 employees before the first round of layoffs.
Yeah.
So, and by 2025 they're closing one of their offices, like in Rhode Island too, just giving up the building and everything just to save money.
Yeah. I think it's like one of those weird things that I think is happening right now as another byproduct of the pandemic was you have a lot of ballooning where over the years we'd seen a lot of ballooning out and companies maybe got overzealous and spread themselves thin thinking they were going to be fine. And then once things kind of settled in, and I say post-pandemic also because a lot of people started to prioritize where they wanted to go, where they wanted their money to go, which hence the problem we're having with a lot of movies now, blockbuster movies. There's just not the same impact anymore with them.
Well, and we in the toy circles here, we like to put a lot of emphasis on the stuff that we like Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, G.I. Joe Classifieds, like it's a big deal to Hasbro. But in reality, these things are very small on the list of priorities for Hasbro, like the big sellers. Because a lot of their big seller stuff is like kiddie stuff.
Yeah.
That, we don't even see, we don't even care about. And that's what's driving the company where we're low end, but they have been cutting from the low end, and it's not a good thing either that you go to Ollie's or Ross and these $24.99 figures are $9.99 or $5.99.
God, even like the Ollie's that we have here, they're like walls of just like Hasbro stuff, like Marvel Legends and not as much Black Series, but there's a lot more Marvel Legends at our Ollie's than
yeah. And I was talking to a guy today, and he mentioned that his buddy works at an Ollie's, and he was saying, $9.99 is a good price, but like for those Dungeons and Dragons figures, but he said I'm still holding out that they go to $5.99 and I'll pick them all up, right? Because they have.
How does that work with Ollie's?
That's what I'm fixing to say. Okay. He said, they will, if $9.99, they're still on the shelf for after a while, they will go down one more price point, and then after that, they go to a landfill.
Jeez,
I know.
I wonder what's the what do you call what term for shelf life? I guess for before when they decide to.
See, that's what I don't know because I've seen some stuff on the shelf that's been there for 2 years at least.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I mean, funnily enough, at our Ollie's here, I saw a still in box Batman from 2017 Justice League.
Yeah.
15 and still at $15.99.
The Mattel one. Yeah.
But it's just like an anomaly in this little like area. It's just like it's there by itself, and there's all stuff all around it, but it's just there. $15.99.
In the next 2 weeks, you'll see what's going to be left over. Because I mean, these next 2 weeks will be a big spending time because of Christmas.
Yeah.
And usually the toy section just kind of does like this,
especially
all that stuff they have out front on those tables, on those big racks or whatever.
To check out, Ollie's pick of the weeks.
Yeah. So I think that'll go down. But I also think that Hasbro, like they said, they're more into licensing off their IP right now. I mean, you're a toy company that doesn't make toys. You'd rather, make money off licensing. So they give McFarlane a new license for page punchers, and not the big ones, the little 3-inch figures.
Yeah.
For G.I. Joe and Transformers, which is weird. And also, I think they said My Little Pony, D&D, and
D&D.
What else? There was
Power Rangers.
Else. Power Rangers. Yeah. Which, I like the idea behind page punchers because they put a comic book, in the pack with it. So you're essentially saying, hey, read a comic, kid, and get a little 3-inch figure that doesn't move very much, but still it's a cool 3-inch figure. So I do like that, and the price point's good, like $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
You get a figure in a comic. Yeah, you can't beat that. Good way to go, McFarlane. But I still don't like the idea of Hasbro, who is a toy company, not making toys.
Yeah. Iggy does kind of speak. It feels like it's another byproduct of the issues they're dealing with right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, even Mattel's doing it to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean, they licensed off their Masters of the Universe to Super 7 for a little while to create. And, well, Hasbro's doing that with G.I. Joe and Transformers. You get the Ultimates figures from Super 7. So, and the reaction.
I will say, though, I guess it's a good idea on their part if they were to at least let other companies do that instead of not producing them at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
So I guess it's a way for us to have our chance. So, okay, we have these collectors that really want these figures, but it's not worth it for us to mass market produce these. So, hey, why don't we license them out to a reputable company like Super 7 to do these ultimate? I mean, I guess that's a good scenario. You could go, hey, let's give them to that BXTN or whatever that company.
That puts out the turtles. Yeah, but they're still sitting on so many properties that they could bring back as toys, like Mask. I used to love Mask when I was little. Those motorcycle changes to a helicopter, and you get a little dude driving it with a mask you put on him, helmet. That kind of stuff was cool. I mean, because they own Kenner, so they had all the original stuff Kenner created too. That they could. Well, that Mask was a Kenner creation. So
didn't a lot of those Mask toys end up getting remodeled or like repaint? They became repaints of other figures, didn't they? I thought I remembered hearing something about that. Not a lot, but like they just
Mask figures are like maybe 3 inches, maybe the size of page punchers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were really small because they had to fit into the vehicles. And then Sky Knight says, yeah, I do kind of hope we get 7-inch page punchers. I don't think that's going to happen from any of the Hasbro stuff because they are making product in the 6-inch range. They're not going to give up that. I mean, 7.6, that's kind of, I think they look at it as similar scale. But also, Super 7 owns the license for the 7-inch stuff. Well, at least the cartoon and comic versions. So I doubt that.
Playmates, they just, they just put out that new Turtles line, for the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how that did. I'm assuming they must have maybe sold okay, I guess. But I heard that they've canceled, like they're not going to do any more Star Trek action figures. they've stopped production on any more of those, because they had the, I guess, like wave 1 or whatever. There was like a Kirk, Spock,
Mhm.
Han, next gen figures. They've stopped those, and I think they said they're only going to focus on like the ships and I guess gadgets or something, but that's it. So I bet you're probably going to see those figures get sold out or licensed out to either Diamond Select again. Will revamp their stuff, or you'll see like NECA. I wouldn't be surprised if NECA jumps on that game at some point.
Well,
But
Super 7 has the 7-inch license.
do they? Super
Yeah.
7 has the
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you might see Super 7 vamp up and get like real strong, like, or get bigger into the Star Trek figure game.
Yeah. Where was it? I don't know. I don't know if they have like total control over everything Star Trek, or if it's just the next generation. But you can see their next generation figures that were already up for pre-order.
Oh, nice. Okay. So
Yeah.
there you go. That's this right here. I bet is probably why, because, Playmates probably was like, look, we're not selling enough. Plus they weren't, I'll be honest with you, they weren't great figures. They were okay. They were passable. This looks way better.
Yeah.
I would totally get I mean, all of them look good. So you
But
get Locutus, Riker, Data, Guinan. Good stuff.
Keep in mind, those are like $50 figures each.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unless you're getting the reaction, which you're getting $20 figures, which are, I don't know. Some exciting news, though. Super 7 is going to be at Joe Fest this year. Whoop, whoop.
Yes, I'm going to beg them. Yep. Give me some Star Trek. Give me.
Yeah.
Or give me some leftover give me all. I need Willow figures. Yeah. I know you still got it sitting around.
And Four Horsemen Studio is going to be there too, so I can't. That line is going to be redonkulous. The Four Horsemen stuff. Every time I look at a convention, like footage from a convention, the Four Horsemen Studios line is just like out the door kind of crap. And people have like huge boxes just to put the stuff in that they're buying. I don't get how they can afford it, man. They're like between $50 and $100 figures each, and they just packing their boxes up full. Like,
they just got boxes. They're wearing face masks so their wives won't catch them. They're just like,
really.
Is that Tommy? I saw Tommy. That wasn't me.
All right. Okay, it's Q&A time. We've talked enough about the news, so let's get a different view here. I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to ask the tough questions. Okay. And I want answers. I want your answers, and you in the chat, which is pretty much just Scott Knight. If you have a question for them, ask it and we'll put it up there, and you can, we'll see what they say about it as well. Okay. First off, here's the very first question I'm going to ask. And this is going to be pop culture-ish. Are you excited for Beverly Hills Cop 3 or 4, whatever the newest one?
4. I'm still excited for 3. We're going to the Universal Studios, renamed to Wonderland, or what was it? What's the name of the?
I can't remember. It's been forever since I've seen 3.
Wonder World.
I think Wonder World.
Wonder World.
So, have you seen the trailer?
No,
yes,
I have not.
Are you excited for it?
Yes.
Does it make you feel bad when you see how old some of those dudes are?
Yes. It makes me feel very well. No, here's the thing. Some of the people, they look old, and then Eddie Murphy's running around like he's the same friggin' age from the first movie. Yeah. I'd be mad. I'd just be mad at him the whole time. But based on the footage, because I had my worries, but based on the footage, it's looking really good. Like it's kind of got that oomph it needs, in terms of like the big action blockbusters. So yeah. I'm for it.
Ray,
I have not watched it yet. If there's no Ferris wheel sequence, I'm
Next question. Before I ask it though, have you seen Rebel Moon trailer?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Are you excited for the Rebel Moon movie from Zack Snyder?
I'm getting there. I'm starting to feel like a little buzz. Mm-hmm. I actually saw at Walmart, they had like in a section, it was basically, I guess Netflix put all this out, but there's popcorn buckets of some lander ship from the movie that you can get.
Oh, really?
And there was, I think, a mug, and I think a figure. But yeah, they have some merchandise out now.
You know what it looks like? Like stylistically and aesthetically, it looks like a mashup of Star Wars and Dune.
Yeah, yeah.
Stoon.
Well, you know,
Stoon Wars.
Dune Wars.
he
Dune Wars.
he went to Lucasfilm with and tried to pitch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, so this is like a reworking of that Star Wars concept, I guess. Like the story, maybe he had an idea for, and he's just kind of turned it into his own thing. Yeah, it looks fun. Like it looks like a fun movie, and I'm interested in the plot. So
yeah. All right, comment section question. How do you feel about the announcement of the new Karate Kid movie?
Confused, because
Right.
I'm like, all right, there's Cobra Kai.
there's a new one. There's another
Well,
one
see,
coming
they
out?
announced that. Yeah, they announced there was going to be a new movie, and it sounds like they're trying to tie it where it's going to be the original universe mixed in with the remake Karate Kid. So you're
I
going to
was
have
going to make
Jackie
a joke
Chan.
and say we have to go and see how Jaden Smith is doing. I need to know how. Jaden
Yeah,
Smith
pretty
is.
much. I don't
Where
know. Well,
is-
see, they didn't confirm him, I don't think, but I think they confirmed, or they were like that Ralph
he's gotta be
Macchio was supposed to come back and Jackie Chan was supposed to come back. So
Jaden
I
Smith
don't
has
know.
to be there. He's not
There's
there.
no logical
It's not
other
going to
choice.
work. He's the anchor for the entire franchise at this point. Why do you think his daddy
Yeah.
is still a producer?
I am confused by it though, because I don't know what they're doing, especially since we have Cobra Kai and it's sort of
And
the
it's still
proper way of
produced by Will
doing the
Smith?
sequel, huh?
I think even Cobra Kai is produced by Will Smith.
I think he's got a production credit to it. I think at least because of the first season.
He got his production in. He got his paycheck into that. It's like, I'm sticking on this money train. Jaden, bye. Get out your room.
Yeah.
Wait, I got money coming in still from this.
So, but now this upcoming season of Cobra Kai is it,
Right. No, that's
Final season,
it's going to be it. But they say that this movie has nothing to do, like really doesn't have anything to do with the show. So that's why I'm like, I don't get it. So I don't know.
Are they
It
going to
doesn't?
where they don't
They don't acknowledge it in
I was
any
gonna say,
way.
pretend it doesn't
I don't
exist.
know. I don't know. That's why I was confused. I'm like, they said it's from what I heard was it's supposed to kind of exist on its own, but at the same time, it feels like it's supposed to still be a sequel from of the movies of the first, at least the first movie and the remake.
Well, here's my thing: if there isn't a inordinate amount of problems that could easily be solved with having a conversation, but the conversation always gets interrupted because the people don't want to talk and they just want to fight, then it's a true Karate Kid successor, because that's what Cobra Kai has done for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, and and I don't say that in a way that's like trying to just like hate on it, because I love Cobra Kai. It's zany and fun, and it got charismatic cast. But God, the last season, I just started to realize, like, man, so many times these fights that get started, they happen just because one person tries to talk to somebody and they don't want to listen to what they have to say. And if they would let them talk, the problem would be solved and there wouldn't be a fight.
That's true. You're thinking logically.
I am, but
and that doesn't make for good movies.
Yeah. Like, what was it when what was it? Daniel came by what was it? Johnny's house, or anyway, there's a fight that got started between Johnny and Daniel in like season 2, I think, and it could have easily been handled if they would have just let the other talk. But
yeah,
instead, like, anytime Johnny tried to explain himself to Daniel, like, no, I'm not going to listen to you, Johnny. You're nothing but bad. It's like, just tell you what's going on here.
Kids.
Yeah.
I got you. All right.
Wow. So I was going to
go.
say, I'm looking this up, and they're saying that the Karate Kid that's coming up is scheduled to be released by the end of next year. And yeah, it says it's Lee. Here's the synopsis. Lee is a skilled fighter and student in Beijing who has his life uprooted when his mom decides that they're moving to Brooklyn for a work opportunity. Lee is grappling with a past tragedy and bumping up against his doctor mother, who is dealing with the same tragedy but in an altogether different manner. While his mom is against violence and kung fu, Lee finds purpose by training Victor in the art. And finds himself back in the ring as well. Okay. But anyway, so it says it's supposed to have Jackie Chan as Mr. Han, Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, and then this Li Fong.
I was really
It's supposed to
hoping.
focus again on kung fu and not karate.
I was
So
really
I don't
hoping-
understand.
I
So
was really
Daniel
hoping-
is visiting his aunt in Brooklyn instead of being in California or something, because he's not in Brooklyn anymore. He's in California.
Well, no, this is Lee. This is like another person.
But if Daniel's
Lee
in
is-
it, yeah, he's got to
That's
be
what
in
I'm
Brooklyn.
saying. I don't know.
he's
I
taking a
guess.
vacation. He's on
Yeah,
vacation.
He's on
and he-
vacation. Yeah. Okay, I got you. He's on vacation. All right. New question. If you could, any
Only
movie,
see the way.
yeah, any movie, any TV show, comic, whatever you want to pick, if you wanted a toy made from your favorite franchise, what action figure, what character would it be, and what company would you pick to do it? Because of you've all seen different styles and stuff from different companies, how they make action figures.
I think I got an easy one then.
Yeah, what
Go with yours first, Ray. I got
what character and what company would you go with?
All right, I would like Raylan Gibbons, Justified, Timothy Oliphant, and I know that Hasbro's already done a sculpt for him with Convent, but I would like NECA to take a run at it. They're pretty good with their various licensings. They do pretty solid face sculpts, especially nowadays. Like I can look at my Casey Jones figure. It's a great sculpt of Elias Koteas. So yeah, Raylan Gibbons from Justified. I could take either of the initial run or City Primeval. Either way, he looks awesome. But yeah, Raylan Gibbons, NECA.
Okay.
Which means that they've also got to do a Boyd figure. Like NECA has.
I
to
would
do a
take that
Boyd
too.
figure.
Yeah.
Like if they did him, they would have to do Boyd because I'd
Yeah.
want both.
All right.
Cloth goods or soft goods or
It's your
plastic?
choice. You're making the action figure.
No, I'm talking to Ray.
you're
I'm
buying
saying
it.
Ray.
Oh.
No, Ray. I'm saying
Oh.
I was just picking at him, but would he have cloth goods or would it just all be plastic?
You know what? I would say
Real
plastic,
denim.
obviously, but you know what? The hat would be an interesting thing because I think about like the Indiana Jones figures, how they've gotten better with the hat stuff. But you know what? Just make the hat a completely removable option where you can have them without the hat or not, and just have it fit on well enough where if you just kind of press it down, it's got a good hold, so you can still pose them how you want, not have to worry about the hat falling, flying off real easily. But yeah, that'd be mine.
Cool. Austin, go.
Oh man, God, that is hard. That is really,
You want
tough.
Jack Bauer from season 5 of 24. There you go.
No, I mean, really, I'm just trying to think. Like, I mean, because they do toys of everything. I would say maybe in that same spirit. If somebody, God, what if somebody either NECA. I would say NECA would probably be the ones to do this, but if they got a hold of the Arrested Development license and did some figures from the first 3, at least from like circa first 3 seasons, so you can get all different variations of like Tobias and
I just blew myself, Tobias.
Yeah, you can get all the different.
All the blue paint.
Because you just don't see any of that. You don't see any of because even The Office has figures and stuff, and you don't see anything with Arrested Development. So, I mean, we did see Funko did do some Arrested Development stuff for a little while,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like that's so cheap. I feel like I could do better than that, but that's the only thing I can think of at the moment, I guess.
How about Scott Knight says Soul Calibur, McFarlane Toys, and Nightmare. I don't know what's a Nightmare.
I don't know. I would, you know what? I wouldn't mind having Super 7 do like the ultimate line of like Muppet Babies. That would be pretty dope.
Ooh.
Because I haven't seen anybody put out some really good Muppet Babies yet.
And if you go back, I think Palisade Toys did some Muppet Babies. Was that the name of the company? Palisades?
I don't know. Somebody's doing Fraggle Rock right now, and they look really good, or about to come out with Fraggle Rock.
But go look at eBay. Go look at eBay prices for those Palisades Muppets, those action figures. I believe they are redonkulous.
Boss
right
Fight
now.
Studios is the ones doing the Fraggle Rock figures right now, and then you said eBay Palisade.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not crazy. I could be wrong. I thought they were going for like big money, but they're not. Okay, my bad. Maybe I mislooked.
Well, no, you're right. Some of those the Muppets Palisade stores. I know what the ones you're talking about. They were on the
Yeah.
those real hard plastic backs and stuff like
Yeah.
Carlin Toys used to be in. Yeah, but I remember those just being Muppets though. I'm talking about specifically the Muppet Babies, like the 80s
Oh, the
cartoon
Muppet
stuff.
Babies. Oh,
Yeah, the Muppet Babies from the 80s cartoons. Because
That's-
now, well, Diamond Select has Muppets now, so I've seen they've been reissuing those. But if they specifically did some Muppet Babies, that would be awesome.
Muppet Babies just kind of like went like, I don't know, they hid or something because nobody, you don't see Muppet Babies anything anymore. There's no cartoon
Well, they
anywhere.
did that well, there's that new cartoon, and then I don't know the popularity of it. There was toys made from it and dolls and stuff for
McDonald's
the kids. But
Happy Meal toys. If there's a Happy Meal toy, you know it's pretty popular.
yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
But
So-
like I said, Boss Fight Studio, they're doing Fraggle Rock, so I could see them doing it if not Super 7.
Yeah. He looks sick. Talking about the nightmare guy, he looks sick. He's the demon guy in the azure armor. He looks sick. I don't even know if I've played Soul Calibur. I don't know if I've ever played it. Have y'all played Soul Calibur?
I have it.
Hmm.
I'm lame. Some of those cool games that like that, I never got to play when I was coming up.
Yeah,
Soul Calibur was one of those.
I've just now started playing Hogwarts Legacy.
That's a fantastic game.
Expelioso! No, I hadn't gotten very far in it.
We can tell.
Yeah, I know. All right. Q&A is over because we're running late, and now it is time. It's that time of the night where we show you our toy hauls. Who wants to go first? I'm going last.
I'll go ahead and show you something here. Let me stop my cam for a second. But I did. This isn't necessarily toys, but I did find this, and I thought it was pretty dang neat.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I know. Here we go.
Here we go.
Actually, yeah, we'll just go with this. Yeah. It's not necessarily toys, but it's comics. So,
Okay. Hey, that's fine too.
which I found several comics, but this one in particular, when we were talking about X-Men tonight, I was like, hey, look, I found the this X-Men comic adaptation from the first movie.
I think I used to have that.
Had to snatch it for $1, and yeah, it was great. I mean, it's a simple, like, quick read through, and I will say the writing is horrendous for this comic, but the art's really good.
It always is.
It was it says it on the inside. He was like a big Marvel writer at the time here.
Chris Claremont.
No, it wasn't clear. No, I if it was Chris Claremont, I would. I love Chris. This was.
Well, you know who else loves Chris?
Ralph Macchio.
Oh, okay.
Ralph Macchio, but not the Karate Kid. Ralph Macchio.
No, he used to be an editor.
And Anthony Williams is the penciler.
Okay. Wow. Ralph Macchio.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
Yep.
I always thought
it was the
Ralph
Kid
Macchio.
growing up. So that's your haul?
That's my haul.
All right. Cool.
You have a haul, Ray?
Not too much, but I found this at Ollie's for $10. I thought that was too good of a deal to pass up.
Ooh. Warriors
Oh, wow,
Freedom.
dude.
So yeah, this is like a co-op board game. It actually connects in with there was a campaign that this was a part of. You could get a bigger version that this would be a part of. It was like a big bundle that came with like this campaign for D&D called Dragonlance, like Tyranny of the Dragon Queen, I believe. But in the campaign, in the story that you play through, there's a part where you come upon a big battle, and it's the battle that's the basis of this game. So what you would be able to do is you can play it as it is, but also if you were playing the campaign and you got to that point in the story, you could, if you want, switch over to this to play out the events, as part of the campaign, which some people say is really weird because, like switching out game systems and stuff like that. But on its own, it looks like a fun game. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. So that's all I got.
Are you sure that is all?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, let me switch out. Let me go over here. All right. So here's what I got. Right. This is gonna be a little rough. So one, I got this awesome Trax in the mail. This is one of my favorite Transformers as a kid because my grandma and grandpa bought it for me when I went to stay up there one summer. But this is like the Super 7 Ultimate, so it's like based on the cartoon. So no transforming here. But
so it doesn't transform?
No, it's just a regular action figure.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but still, very, very cool. I'm loving that guy right there because he is so awesome. He also comes with a little blaster. Obviously he doesn't transform either. And he comes with this tank-looking tread thingy. I don't remember it from the cartoon, but hey, comes with it, so pretty cool. Then I got this guy, New Eternia. What is this dude's name? Hang on. It's like 3-in-1 kind of figure. Come on, get out of there. Vicron, I think is his name. So you can kind of see what he looks like. But there's pieces to make like, two other figures with it if you wanted to. So really what Mattel's trying to do is get you to buy 3 of these. So you can have 3 separate figures. And this is part of the Masterverse wave of figures from Mattel. Then I guess I'm gonna have to pull these all out of the box because nobody wants to see a cardboard shipper, right? Well, one of them's gonna be a cardboard shipper just because I don't want to pull it out of the box. Got this tongue lasher from Super 7. This is part of the Mattel Classics. I mean the Masters Universe Classic series. So this was kind of cool. I got on Makari. Ooh. Let me pull this other one out of the box. Sorry. I should have did all this pre-game, but I didn't because I'm lame. Here you go. Another Masters Universe Classics. Mara of Primus. This is from the new Adventures of He-Man where he was not cool anymore. He was kind of Space He-Man or something like that. That's crazy. I don't know. All right, so then I got some more stuff here. Planet of the Apes, Mendez, whatever Roman numeral that is, because I'm stupid.
26.
Oh, okay. Oh, look how smart I am. Gorilla Soldier, which is another kind of cool figure there, and another Gorilla Soldier. Hey, they sent me 2 Gorilla Soldiers. I didn't even know that. Oh, never mind. 2 different colors. One's got red pants, and then one's got blue pants. Jeez. Then I got this. It's a little play set kind of thing with these figures. So, it's got a little statue over here. Sorry, the camera's screwing me up.
This may be a dumb question. Did they have Planet of the Apes toys? Like, was there a toy line back in the day for them?
Mego.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Then when I was at Ollie's, I picked these little peoples up. Little peoples.
I've been seeing some of those. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've never seen them before, and I was like, hey, I've never seen that.
There's a set of Hocus Pocus ones that my wife was very close to getting, but changed her mind at the last second. Yeah.
So then I got some Origins stuff. Oh, this huge box set. Let me pull it.
Good God.
Yep. So Snake Armor, He-Man, Rattlehood, Gorgon, and Naga. Yeah. Which is it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. The art on the box. That's pretty
let's see, what
awesome
else?
looking.
Yeah, it's very cool. So then I also got. This is not. I'm not pulling this out of the box, but this is his tank from GI Joe Classifieds, and it's super heavy. Look. Jeez. All right.
Yeah, we got to see the big video about that one.
Yep. And then let me pull up another one.
He's got the aircraft carrier. Oh,
This is the Sentinel from Hasbro Labs.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So you finally got it,
Yep.
and now you got a hernia.
Yep. So basically, I got 2 his tanks, and I traded one for the Sentinel. It's actually today I met the guy.
Cool.
A few cities away, and we
How
traded.
how long does or how tall does that stand? And it like 2 feet?
Yeah, something around there.
Yeah,
I want to pull him out and play with him. I just haven't done it yet.
yeah. I've heard he's a big one.
Yeah, just because I just, I hadn't been home long, so and hadn't had a chance.
Man,
So there you go. There's my haul. Sorry it was so big, but I hadn't had a haul in a couple of weeks, so yay. I was saving up.
he's making up for lost time.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to do it, right?
I think that's it. I think we've done the news. Nothing's going on. Let's have some breaking news. Like a toy factory exploded.
Breaking
That's
news.
just what Hasbro needs, a toy factory to explode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why the CEO's just like calls up, what is going on?
We
lost
This
the
doesn't
second for
hurt
us.
at all.
So what, but a target on my back.
It is crappy though. Those 1,100 people lose their jobs, especially now.
Sorry, guys.
Christmas.
Yeah. Hope you get another job because that's pretty sucky.
Yeah. All right. That's it for this week. I'm Ashley.
Austin.
Ray, later days.
Together we form
Power Boys. We're Power Boys.
Power Boys.
No,
The
that
Kindle robot.
doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Power Boys. Out.